better than that. She takes me off. She gets pine resin off of a tree. And she's just going to take a while. She works it with her hand, and she's like, I hope you're not upset with the following thing, but she puts it in her mouth and starts chewing it. She says, a little while, it's just going to be perfect. She made a little bit. She put it between the two, stuck them together. They stuck for 4 years. Now, the AD knew that my glasses broke, so the production company wound up reimbursing me for the glasses. I just went home and bought other glasses and a pair of contact lenses with a big envelope full of money. Those glasses never broke again. You couldn't see the line, and I still have the frames. And it was pine resin, you know, and that was a mountain woman. She knew what she was doing. She saved them. She didn't even understand. I was like, you don't know what's happened just now. He saved them at least $100,000. Because without these glasses to match, they were going to have to probably write a scene in which my glasses broke. Yeah. Or, it was a tragedy. And it also would have been, they would have decided immediately that I should have had 3 pairs of glasses if I was going to wear, but you know, you just go and wear glasses. But the producers would have been of the opinion that if I wore them in the show, I should have brought doubles. And so it was great that they were able to fix them. And that show was really full of all kinds of garbage now that you get right down to it. You know, the other thing about that show is there was the guy who taught us how to rappel. We rappelled down a mountain, you know. And it was an actor who taught us to rappel because he was an outdoorsman as well, very skilled. Well, except a few years later, he was in a rappelling accident, fell to the bottom of the mountain, broke both his legs, they couldn't get any rescue to him, and he died. So that's when you start questioning, you know, I felt so confident because, well, Jim says it's safe. And it's like later you go, well, I'm glad I didn't go down the big mountain. I did the little one where they put the camera at a hard angle, you know, and it makes it look high. And the other boys were like, I'll go down anything. Not me. Not me. That was a good cast though. We had, not only did it have in it Ralph Macchio and myself, but also Leon Robinson, who later does movies just under the name of Leon. He's in a lot of movies. He's a great actor and a friend of mine. We've been in a couple of things together. But Leon was really funny because Leon, well, I think on that show, that was like the first time he'd ever seen snow, and he hated the cold. We all hated the cold. There was snow up to here. It was bad. But Leon really hated it, you know, like that thing, you know, where some people don't like things. He was cold, he was miserable, he was shivering, he was hating the snow. The guy's had a fantastic career, 90% of which has been shot with snow up to his cheekbones. He was in that movie Cool Runnings about the Jamaican bobsled team. Then he was in that, what was the one with the mountain climbing? It's just like every time I see Leon in a movie, I'm like, and now comes the blizzard. And I sit there going, Leon's earned his money because he hates the cold so much. And it's funny because it's the only thing I've ever done in the snow. Leon's done like 6 things in the snow. Nobody else in the show has ever been back in the snow. He like lives with snow up to here. Good thing he's tall, he's above the banks.
What was the show called?
It was called either Journey to Survival or All for One. It had both titles, and I can't remember which one they picked, and I don't know if they changed it. And there's another title that I don't even know. I got 2 or 3 years ago, I got a residual check from that show, but the way, it'd been 20 years or something. And the way the companies all changed hands, and the shows all changed titles and everything. And I got this check, it was pretty good money. And I didn't recognize anything on the stub. I don't know who these people are. I never worked for them. I never worked for anybody who sounded like them. I've never heard of this program. So I called the Screen Actors Guild and started asking questions. And somebody said, that company sold a company who used to be QM. And I was like, don't know. And they were like, Quinn Martin Productions. And I was like, oh, Quinn Martin. I worked for them. And they were like, how old are you? Because anybody who calls it Point Mark Productions is like, you know, old as the hills.
Hey. We all knew.
Yeah, but you know, QM, you know, they did Dragnet and all this. They were huge. You know, Quinn Martin was a big producer. But you know, so it had been years and years and years. So it's out there somewhere. I have no idea why they would be paying a residual. I never got residual. I maybe got one ages ago. So I don't know what they did with it that all of a sudden they were like paying me again. Pardon me?
I don't know who those people are, but I'll take the money.
Well, no, that's the general actor attitude. 'Cause I'm not trying to get back the money, I'm just trying to keep things straight. You know, lately I've been going around with a company about a show that seems to have left off a good deal of my episodes from some of the residual payments. And I'm having a lot of difficulty getting them to straighten everything out. You know, so you watch on that end and you're like, oh, no. I was in 23 episodes. But on the other hand, when you're in a bunch of episodes and you notice that they're paying you for one you're not in, you know, you just kind of go, oh, well, if MGM doesn't remember that I didn't go and do the concerts in Israel on Fame years ago and they choose to pay me for that, then fine. I'll take the dollars. But when they leave them off, you call up and you go, how can you do this?
Do you get residuals like when the DVD was released, do the actors get residuals from that?
We will. It takes a while for them. DVDs, it's a whole different deal than like a rerun because it's based on how much money the DVD made. And then this complicated formula that generally means we get $1.37. That's before tax. No, that's my joke, because that's like I have gotten residuals for like $1.37. And you look at it and you go, how much money did it cost the company to generate this check?
Yeah.
And then the union is mailing you this check that comes in a security envelope and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, can we just take the little ones and put it into like the actors fund or into our health plan? Because it's costing the union, which is us, well, probably $20 to mail me this bloody check for $1.37.